Check, check, 1, 2, check, check, 1, 2. Can everybody hear me? Check, check, 1, 2, check, check, 1, 2. Can everybody hear me? It sounds like my microphone's working. Hopefully the microphone is working. Yeah, awesome, awesome. Hello everyone. Welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. I am Game Trooper. And we will be taking a look at the side stories I have gotten unlocked so far. So far I only have part 1 of Trust and part 1 of Understanding. And from what I'm to understand, these are unlocked as I write poems to each character. So, the only one I haven't wrote poems to is Natsuki. So we'll get these done and out of the way, and then we'll go back to the main game and start back to where we write poems to Natsuki this time. But, hello everyone, welcome to the stream. It's hump day, we're halfway through the week. We're almost there, it's almost the weekend. Alright, so we're going to start with Trust, Part 1. Begin this side story? Yes. Oh, okay, it's doing its own thing. Well, this is interesting. Okay, everyone. The Literature Club is starting. Let's all have a seat and take attendance, okay? I miss Debate Club. Who knew it would be so difficult to start a new club? I feel worse with every day that passes without anyone coming in. I'm really starting to lose confidence. Monica is the only member of the Literature Club. In the days that have passed, all of her efforts to recruit new members have been fruitless. Am I going about this wrong? Monica glances at one of her flyers. The headline is, "Do you like literature?" Maybe nobody is into literature enough to pick it over their other club interests. I can't just rely on people liking literature. I need to sell them on a vision. A vision. But what kind of vision? Monica rests her head on her desk, deep in thought. But before she realizes it, the recent nights of staying up too late start to catch up to her. It's so quiet, and the noise of the air conditioner is soothing. I guess you can say this is Monica and Sayori's story. Hello? Suddenly a voice causes Monica to snap awake. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I never do this. Is this a napping club? No, this is... Monica pauses, suddenly embarrassed to admit that I can't read. Monica pauses, suddenly embarrassed to admit that this is, in fact, the Literature Club. This is the Literature Club. Yay! I thought I got it wrong for a sec. I'm super sorry. It was like so unprofessional of me to do that. Don't apologize. I do that all the time. Oh. Did I miss the club meeting? Where is everybody? Well, about that. This is everybody. Really? Just you? But we're getting more members. I'm working really hard on it. Hold on a sec. If it's just you, that means I get to be vice president. Wait, vice president? What are your qualifications? Well, I'm better at napping than you. Of course, Sayori, of course. Maybe I should be president. Now you're just making fun of me. Oh, I'm sorry. What was your name? Sayori. Okay. Sayori? I've been trying really, really hard on this club. Oh, I'm gonna love this. I know you caught me at a weird time, but it's really disheartening not to be taken seriously, you know? I care so much about this. I just want to find other people who do too. Oh no! I'm so sorry! I do care! I promise! I have a hard time being serious, that's all. I didn't mean for it to hurt you. And I was joking about the vice president thing too. I would make a terrible vice president. I mean, I'm sure that... Monica tries to say something reassuring, but it's difficult when she still doesn't know much about Sayori. I'm sorry that this isn't like a real club yet. Would you still be interested in joining after I found a few more members, at least? Well, no. I want to join now. Really? Yeah! It sounds like a lot of fun. Besides, I can tell how hard you've been working. You're doing something amazing. You should be proud of it, you know? So let me help you turn something stressful into something fun. If nothing else, I'm good at that, so... Honestly, how could I possibly say no to that? That's really sweet of you, Sayori. Oh, I'm Monica, by the way. Monica! That's such a cool name! Oh, now you're just trying to cheer me up. But you're smiling! Well, I didn't say it didn't work. Monica glances at the flyer on her desk and realizes that her name is already written on it. So, what do we do first? Well, it's getting pretty late, isn't it? We can go home and try to come up with some new ideas to recruit club members. I can do that! Cool! And I think I need to put some more thought into my vision for the club. You know, like a mission. My mission is to make everyone happy. Yeah, something like that. I need to think about it. Hey, do you like hugs? I guess so. Sayori suddenly pulls Monica into a friendly hug, then lets go. Some people can just really use a hug sometimes. Besides, Sayori whispers loudly, hug energy is what keeps me at my best. Hug energy? Monica laughs. Although Sayori is very different from her, Monica feels her spirits lifted. Maybe it's just because she finally found another club member. But, well, I'm looking forward to tomorrow then. It'll be fun. Yeah, I'm excited! I'm gonna think really hard tonight about how to get more people. Yeah, me too. Sayori is a cinnamon bun. Why is this kind of sus? I don't know why it's kind. I don't know why. I don't think it's sus at all. I think we're just getting a story of how the club got formed. You know, the origins of the literature club. A day passes, and a time comes for the literature club, Monica and Sayori, to reconvene. As president, Monica ensures that she's the first to arrive to the clubroom, but she finds herself waiting longer than expected for Sayori. It's been 10 minutes already. Maybe Sayori changed her mind about joining? No, that can't be. She was so excited yesterday. But I'm getting kind of worried. Suddenly, Sayori comes bounding through the door. In her hand, she's holding a sheet of paper. Sorry I'm late! I'm here! It's okay. Welcome back. And... Sayori spins over to Monica and deposits the sheet onto Monica's desk. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's a poem. Take my hand. Take my hand, take me forward. Take me to your dreamland. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Caution me to watch my step, so I can't look back at my footprints. Climb the stairs ahead of me while I look up to you. The more I look forward, the more I look up, the more I can lend to you. If you can trust me to follow your pace, I'll trust you to set it. If you can trust me to lend you a smile, I'll trust you to return it. Take my hand, take me forward. Take me to your dreamland. Hey, this is really good. You wrote this, Sayori? Of course. Wait, no! That's the wrong side of the paper! Huh? I wasn't ready to share that yet. I'm so embarrassed! Monica flips the paper over. Written on the other side is a list of ideas for recruiting new club members. Oh, so this is what you meant to show me. But I'm curious now. Do you write poetry often? I do, but I'm sure I'm not anywhere near as good at it as you are. Really? I'm actually terrible at writing poetry. I've never written anything I was happy with. Like, I always read it again a week after I write it, and I'm like, wow, this is so stupid. I don't know. It's like the dramatic version of me doesn't agree with the person I want myself to be, or something like that. Aww, you should have more confidence in yourself. You're the literature club president. I guess you're not wrong there. I need to, like, set a good example or whatever. You know, I can envision the club doing something like that. Doing what? You know. Bro, I'm so sick I can barely type. Oh no. Well, I hope you get to feeling better soon. What was your name? Hold on, let me scroll back up through chat. Oscar. Well, I hope you get to feeling better soon, Oscar. Okay, we're ready. Oh, yeah! I would love that! It's such a good way to learn about other people, you know? It's like we have so many emotions that we can't express to other people, usually. But you can write when it's in a poem, right? But you can when it... blah, 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 blah. But you can when it's in a poem, right? Yeah. I think that's helping me form a more cohesive vision for the club. So I'm glad you showed me. Well, even though it was by accident. Me too. I felt embarrassed at first, but now it feels kind of good that someone else read it. I'll try to show you more of them in the future. I love that. Oh jeez, I'm getting distracted. Do you want to go over this recruitment brainstorm together? My brainstorm's so hard!
Sayori! Think of your words! Think, then speak!
Hey Joe, welcome to the stream! It was like a brain hurricane.
Sayori! Sayori! I know I'm not in the story just yet, but, think! Before you speak!
My brain is a natural disaster.
I love her! I love her. Sayori's, for me, Sayori's number one. I love her. She's just so freaking adorable and cute. I love her.
Sayori, that's terrible.
She's so smart.
Anyway, let's take a look at the list. Make cupcakes? I was hungry.
You know, I'm not too surprised on that part.
But it's a good idea, isn't it? Let me think about this. I mean, when would we have the chance to give people cupcakes? You know, like when they come into the club? What if we said we had free cupcakes on the flyers? I'm like kind of worried that would bring in the wrong kinds of people, you know? Wrong kinds? People would come just for the cupcakes and then leave. Wow. Well, that kind of got me figured out. Not actual me talking about the character that I got in here named Baka. Aw, nobody would do that. That would be mean. That's what the main character tried to do. But then got roped in because there's so many cute girls in the club. But you know, I want to find people who are really into literature. Even if they don't know it yet. Let's see. Next thing on the list. Hunt for people reading books. I don't think I get it. Like going around the school and finding people who are reading books, you know? And then when we see them with... And then if we see them with books, we shoot them with Nerf guns, and they say, "Tag, you're in the literature club." Sayori, that's not how it works. Baka, quit laughing. I can't because it sounds just like her. Okay, I'm good. Like in the morning or during lunch, and we tell them to check out the literature club, and then shoot it with the Nerf gun. Well, the problem with that is like people will get the wrong message, and we, invite them to the club, and they start shooting them with Nerf guns. Oh man. Wouldn't most people reading books just be doing it for an assignment or something? How would we even know they're just reading for fun? Well, we could ask them, but then we'd be bothering people who are trying to do schoolwork. Bro, I thought she said let's kill them. No, she's not saying that. No, we're not doing it. No. No, she's not saying that. It's just like find people who are reading books and recruit them to the literature club. And then maybe bring out the Nerf gun. I didn't think about that part. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. You're coming up with a lot more things than I can. On our next idea is to hand out flyers, rather than just put them up on the wall. I'd definitely like to start doing that. I'm useful! I never said you weren't. Of course, you can. I just need to think. What would we tell people when handing them out? I don't want to just be like, join the literature club. Let's figure out how we can better engage people. What if you told them about the club activities and stuff? What club activities? Yeah, I guess it's supposed to be my job to come up with that, right? A vision for the club. Okay, Sayori, pretend you're a normal person for a second. Pretend you're a normal person for a second. That's a mean thing to say. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. Didn't mean it like that. I can't.
Oh, God. Woo!
You know, like a random passerby who's getting a flyer. How would you react to the idea of a literature club?
Bro, me too. Me too.
Probably like, literature is stupid.
I mean, she's not wrong. She's not wrong.
I'm joining the anime club.
Wow. Yep. Sayori is pretty much referencing the MC. Yep. Yep. That definitely 100% referencing the MC. Yep.
What the heck? Sorry, I was just thinking of a friend of mine.
Oh. My ears are burning. Is someone talking about me? I feel my ears burning. Someone is talking about me.
Okay, what if I said that we, like, do group reading and discuss it together? I would probably nap through that.
Sayori, stop it! I'm trying to get through this, but you're making it hard. This is becoming a try not to laugh challenge at this point, and I'm failing miserably.
That's you, Sayori. Yeah, but that doesn't really sound fun to most people anyway. We need to really catch our interest, you know? This sucks. Why is this so hard? Monica, don't be sad. What do you like about literature, Sayori? Me? Well, kind of what I said about the poem earlier. I think it gives you the chance to express yourself. Like, express yourself in ways you can't normally do when you're just doing your normal day and talking to your friends. I mean, we all have so many thoughts and feelings that we just don't get to share, you know? It's like intimate. Yeah. How do we get that across to people? We could be like, express your true self. Be intimate with
Sayori! Think before you speak.
Okay, that's kind of... I'm just kidding. Oh my gosh! What? What is it? I forgot all of my things in my classroom! I must have gotten too excited and rushed here. Silly me. Rushed? But weren't... Never mind. Did you want to get your stuff then? I'll forget it if I don't do it now. Well, I'll wait for you then.
True. Both of you are very true on this point.
Okay, I'll only take a second.
Sayori dashes out of the room, leaving Monica momentarily alone. Monica sighs and starts jotting her thoughts on a sheet of paper.
Express yourself. But be who you want to be. Make new friends. Discover a new you. Discover your heart. No. Write your heart out. No. Write into your heart. Write the way into your heart. Join the Literature Club. Write the way into your heart. Wow, that's lame. Monica!
You startled me! Sorry, I don't take myself so seriously when I try to be melodramatic.
I don't know why, but I'm like really tired. Oh, well, Willie, if you're really tired, you could... I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but, you can always get some sleep. It's alright. Just, you can always
Dude, I feel you. I haven't even did anything today either. I mean, all I do at work is just drive. That's all I do. I hardly ever get to do anything anymore since I got promoted to crew lead. It sucks. But yeah, if you're tired, it will not hurt my feelings if you have to go and get some sleep. Because this will be here if you want to go back and watch it. But that is totally your choice of what you want to do. I'm just saying you have the option to, on your own decision, to, you know, stop here and go to sleep. It's totally fine. It won't hurt my feelings or anything. It's all good. Alright, so you're staying, Oscar.
Sorry, but it's something important. On the way to my classroom, there was a girl reading a book.
Reading a book?
Let's hurry and recruit her.
Wait, are you sure she's not doing homework?
I could tell she was really into it.
Well, I guess we could take a look. Monica grabs one of her flyers and stands up from her desk. Then the two depart the classroom with Sayori leading the way. I'm gonna say it's probably Yuri.
This way!
You don't have to run. Sayori leads Monica over to a particular classroom, then lowers her voice to a whisper.
See? In here.
Monica peers through the window. Sure enough, there's a girl sitting alone, intently reading a book.
I feel like a creep doing this. You should go inside and talk to her.
Me?
You're the president, and I would probably scare her away.
Okay, fine, I'll do it. Monica takes a deep breath, then timidly enters the classroom. Alright, that's fine, Willie. Like I said, it's totally fine. If you gotta go to bed, that's totally fine. It will be here whenever you get the free time to watch it. But thank you for stopping by anyway. Night, Willie.
That was fast.
Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed.
Why? What happened?
Well, I entered the classroom and she didn't even look up from her book. So I kind of just left a flyer on her desk and then walked out.
That's kind of cute.
I think she disagrees.
But I'm sure she'll see it and want to join the club.
I hope so. Shall we head back now? The two head back to the club room, Sayori feeling rather accomplished, and Monica still feeling a bit embarrassed by the encounter. Upon returning, Monica and Sayori resumed their strategy meeting. They discussed various different kinds of recruitment tactics, from professional to silly. After going through Sayori's list, and with Monica coming up with ideas of her own, the two in the end in a better spot than from where they began.
Well, I would say today was pretty Well, I would say today was pretty productive, wasn't it? Yeah! I think we're starting to make progress. I can't wait to get some new members. Hey, what's this?
Sayori peers at the sheet of paper Monica was jotting on earlier.
Oh, don't mind that. I was just thinking to myself, join the literature club. Right the way into your heart. That's so cute!
I thought it was a little overdramatic.
But
Sayori pauses and thinks for a moment. Put on your thinking cap, think of your words first, then speak.
You know, I don't think you give yourself enough credit.
What? What do you mean?
Like, I don't know, I feel like I can tell from talking to you today. It seems like you're always afraid of doing something wrong.
Yeah, well... Yeah, but...
Would you call yourself a perfectionist?
Ding ding!
Yeah, I definitely am. I mean, I always have an idea in my head of how I want things to go. And it's like, I can't accept anything less than that. But I think in the end, it helps me try my hardest at everything. So I don't think it's that bad. Like, with this club, we have such an opportunity to make it into exactly how we envision it. But it feels like we only have one shot at it. So I'm just really afraid of it deviating from that. The vision. What's the vision? It's... Monica pauses a thing, then shakes her head to herself. She sighs. I don't know. I just want everyone to... Monica trails off. Smiling. Excuse me. Smiling, Sayori taps her finger against the sheet of paper. Right the way into your heart. I think what you're trying to do is to make the club that you need the most out of anyone. Well, you're the one who knows yourself best, of course. Hi, Maria. Welcome to the stream. But I'm here to help you. Excuse me. Monica returns to Sayori's smile. It's sort of amazing how kind you are. We're really going to make this the best club ever. Sayori nods and the two remain silent for a moment, lost in thought. The only sound is the steady whisper of the air conditioner. And the only movement is the afternoon sunlight, trickling its way in and out of the moving clouds. Sayori breaks the moment with a big yawn. Time to go home? You tell me, you're the president. In that case, today's meeting is officially over. I look forward to tomorrow. Me too. Crap. Excuse me. Sayori beams and grabs her things. You can go on ahead. I need a few minutes still. Oh, I can wait. That's alright. I just want some alone time. In that case, Sayori waves enthusiastically at Monica. Good luck! Crap. Good luck! Oh, you have to go as well, Alice? Aw. Okay. Well, thank you for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed. That's totally fine. Bye, Alice. Thank you for stopping by. Monica smiles and waves in return as Sayori spins her way out of the classroom. All alone, she sighs to herself and takes a minute to zone out. She wasn't prepared for the self-reflection encouraged by Sayori, but she decides it was something she probably needed right about now. The club that I need the most. I don't get it. I just wanted to start a club with more passion. Something I could use to help lead people to happiness. Literature is the key to that. Because it's the window to the real person inside of us. Underneath the person who's forced to always smile and blend in, the person who's forced to be perfect. Monica suddenly notices a folder on the floor by her desk. You gotta go too, Maria? Okay. Thank you for stopping by. Did Sayori leave this behind? I hope it doesn't have her homework in it. Worried, Monica opens the folder to check. Poems. It's a folder of poems. Become the flower. A feeling of joy is a flower plucked from the ground. The color, the scent. It's so pretty in my hair. Every day I pluck some flowers as though they grew just for me. A lifetime of peace and nourishment yanked away in an instant. All for me, all for joy. Okay, Joe, take care. Yeah, allergies suck. Okay. I need more. I need more joy. I need more happy. Pluck, pluck every day. Pluck, pluck, so pretty in my hair. Pluck, pluck, you're going to die, and you too. Okay, this is kind of dark. Beneath my feet, a flower stands alone. It beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clenching roots, caressing the final joyous moment between my fingers. But to what ends? I look in every direction, and the field I stand in. The prosperous field is a barren wasteland, the fruits of my labor, the carnage of my joy. And that is why I've decided I must become the flower. What the? Wait, Sayori?
Hey. Okay, so that was part 1. Okay, let's continue on to part 2. Yes. Another day passes in a flash, and it's already time for the next club meeting. Although Monica should have come up with a plan for today's club task, she hasn't been able to shake her guilt and anxiety after reading Sayori's poem. I'm so stupid. How did I let myself be the center of attention? Sayori is going through these kinds of feelings, and I'm letting her comfort me, and instead of the other way around.
Excuse me. Crap.
What kind of club president does that? This whole time, I didn't think to ask about her own feelings. So much for the stupid vision.
Sayori enters their club room with her usual smile, but upon seeing the downcast Monica, her smile quickly fades into an expression of concern.
Monica? Is everything okay? I'm really sorry. I'm such a terrible friend. Huh? What are you talking about? You're an amazing friend.
Monica shakes her head.
I made this all about myself. Even you said so yesterday. You told me that I'm trying to make the club that I need the most, right? But my problems are so trivial compared to yours.
Sayori responds quietly.
What are you talking about?
But as she says that, her face darkens. Though through the silence, Sayori mutters her realization.
I left my folder here.
Monica stares blankly ahead, unable to come up with a response.
I wasn't ready to share those. Now you're worrying about me. I don't want that. But why? We're friends, right?
Wordlessly, Sayori nods.
Friends look out for each other. I want to be here for you as much as you're here for me.
Another long moment passes in silence. The air is incredibly heavy.
This is different. It wasn't just about you yesterday. It was about the club. Besides, things were so happy yesterday. You don't need to do this all of a sudden. I don't want it. I like happy. So, if you do this, then you're just being selfish.
Monica massages her forehead, struggling through the frustration of such a paradox. It's understandable that Sayori isn't ready to share certain things, but as unfair as it is for Monica to pry, it's also painful for Monica to force herself to ignore the needs of her friend.
I'm sorry I looked. I disrespected your privacy. No, I don't blame you for looking. You would have at least needed to check if it was mine. Yeah.
Monica takes a deep breath.
Okay. I understand that you don't want me to worry. And I think I'll be able to put this aside so that we can move on. But, can you promise me something? Promise you what?
Monica pauses to collect her thoughts.
This is the literature club. It's a place where people can express themselves in the ways that life normally doesn't allow them to. That's the vision. In fact, it's our vision. Right the way into your heart, or whatever. So, I just want you to promise me that you'll remember that too. It doesn't have to be right now, but I want to be here for you when you need it. I want us to be ourselves like that.
Sayori smiles gently.
I'll promise if you promise.
Unable to help it, Monica returns Sayori's smile.
I promise. Me too.
As the conversation closes, the mood in the room is lifted. With that behind him, it's time to proceed with the club activities.
So, want to teach me about poetry? Huh? But what about recruitment? It's fine. We have plenty of time for that. But right now, I feel like I want to do this. I mean, I do have to fulfill my end of the promise, you know. There's no way I could say no to that. Just don't expect much. I do a lot of writing, but it's not like I'm a scholar or anything. That's fine. I think I just need, like, some motivation. I never know where to start when it comes to writing poems. Starting isn't so hard. You kind of just need to write down your feelings and see where it takes you. Yeah, but that wouldn't come out any good. It's not supposed to. You're going to have to fight your perfectionism mind on this one. You can just start by writing your feelings and see what kind of things it makes you think of. And then you can turn your feelings into a little story. You can get your feelings down first and then make it sound pretty later. It's not like building a railroad, but where you go from one end to the other. It's more like a college, where you find all the things you want to put in, and then you arrange them in a pretty way. At least that's how I do it. It's not like it's the only way, but it's a really good way not to get stuck right at the beginning. I understand. Yeah, I always get so caught up in how it sounds that I forget what's actually important.
Monica pulls out a pen and paper to start writing on.
Stop being a perfectionist, you idiot. I'm just kidding.
Monica scribbles out, "You idiot," after she writes it down.
No, keep it! What? Why? Are you calling me an idiot? Of course not! But the point is that you're not supposed to police your feelings, right? Be as dramatic as you want. But I was just... Well, yeah.
Underneath the scribble, Monica rewrites, "You idiot." She stares at the paper. Her words stare back at her.
It's kind of funny how I wrote down what I'm mad at myself for, and then I did that exact thing anyway. This is really going to take some getting used to. I believe in you. Thanks. I do too.
Yeah, me too. This has actually turned out to be a really good story. It's not bad. I like it.
Me, I mean. But also you, of course.
Monica continues the exercise, jotting down her thoughts. It's surprisingly quite a struggle to write without overthinking it. But after a while, with Sayori's guidance and encouragement, Monica's sheet of paper begins to look fairly lively, peppered with all of her random thoughts. Monica looks up and down at her sheet.
Gosh, I feel so tense looking at this. I hate it. But it's also kind of liberating. I can tell how hard you're trying. It makes me happy. I think you'll be good at writing poems. Don't give me too much credit. I'd have to try really, really hard at it. But I think it's something that I'll enjoy doing with you.
Sayori beams.
I'll stop here, but we still have time. Let's try to work on a new flyer for the club. I won't be so picky about the language. Yay! Let's do it!
Monica and Sayori proceeds with their work. With each passing day, the two of them become more confident in the club. not simply from their recruitment planning, but from their vision as well. As their bond strengthens, so does the essence of the Literature Club. Finally, they begin to truly feel it's only a matter of time before they find more members. Another day passes. As usual, Monica is the first one to the club room. With her is a printout of the revised Literature Club flyer, complete with all the new ideas Monica and Sayori came up with. If only this was the flyer we gave to that one reading girl the other day. It's so much more attractive than the old one. But the new catchphrase is featured clearly in the center of the flyer. Write the way into your heart. Surely common sense would say that one writes from the heart, not into the heart. But the message being delivered is that one can use writing to discover themselves. Hopefully, Monica and Sayori had thought that it would be enough to garner some curiosity from students. Why do I feel so tense looking at this? Monica thinks back to the previous meeting, where she performed the writing exercise. Was I always this bad at expressing myself? How am I supposed to be present if I can't even demonstrate what the club is supposed to be about? The Literature Club is truly beginning to take form. But with that, the weight on Monica's shoulders only become heavier. Debate Club was always about rigid structure, formulating airtight points and counterpoints, and delivering them with conviction. It was about to be the person on the outside. That's why Monica was so good at it. It existed entirely within her realm of comfort. It's suffocating. I need to break through this mental wall. I need to learn to express myself. For real. Monica pulls out a sheet of paper and grabs her pen. She presses the tip of the pen firmly against the paper. But her hand doesn't move. Instead, a tiny blot of ink collects around the tip of her pen. Monica lifts her pen and stares at the little blotch. For some reason, she feels compelled to run her finger across it. As she does so, the black ink smears across the paper, ruining Monica's canvas. Out of spite for herself, Monica presses her pen down once again, letting the ink collect. She creates a second smear on the paper. Come on, Monica. Just move your hand, Monica writes. This is what I get for seeking perfection. A stain. Monica slides the paper away from her and puts her head down on the desk. The air conditioner seems louder today. I'm here! Hi. Monica hears Sayori approach her desk, then stop for a second, probably reading the piece of paper. Then she sits down in the adjacent desk. Bad day? Me too. You too? The new flyer looks so good. You've been working so hard. On the club, but also something else, I think. I can't do it. I'm sorry. It's so hard to just be vulnerable. Sayori takes a sheet of paper from Monica's desk. She writes something down, then stares at it for a while. Can I trust you? Of course. You can trust me with anything. Sayori gazes at Monica with sadness in her eyes. Understanding the signal, Monica takes the paper from Sayori's desk and reads it. Oh, wow! Sayori! This is really hard for me. Her voice shakes. So, if I can do it, then you can too. Because
You're like a million times better than me. That's completely not true.
Sayori takes a deep breath, trying to steady herself.
That's something about me that I've never told anyone before. Even now, my head is like screaming at me to stop.
Wait, you don't have to force yourself.
I mean, just because of the promise yesterday, I want to. It's just feels right. I mean, maybe it's part of the reason I came to this club in the first place. This is the literature club. I trust you. More than I'm scared.
At those words, Monica stands up. Sayori must have taken days to work up the courage for this. Were Monica's own futile, but genuine efforts actually the push that Sayori needed? Yeah, some people do go through feelings like that. It's terrible for them, you know. They can be happy one moment and then the next they're like this. It's awful. It's just people who go through feelings like that, they just need our support, and you know, we just need to be there for them. And just we all go through rough times, you know. As long as we have people in our lives that are there for us and, you know, show us the love that we truly need, sometimes that can help make, you know, things better. Sayori's deliberate breaths can be heard over the air conditioner. As she prepares herself to continue, Monica waits in general silence.
I have this problem where I get really upset when people worry too much about me. I can't control it. It's like, why waste your energy worrying about me when you can just be happy instead? So I never tell anyone about these kind of thoughts I have. It's so much easier to just smile and help everyone else be happy. But that's
terrible. That's what Monica wants to say, but she stops herself in fear of saying the wrong thing.
It's just that if everyone knew about it, they wouldn't treat me the same anymore. Like, whenever I'm not smiling, everyone would worry about me and ask me what's wrong. I know that because it used to be like that.
Sayori pauses, seeming to recall something in the past.
I just want everyone to be happy. That's the most important thing to me. And letting people look inside my head doesn't bring happiness to anyone.
Sayori pauses again, her solemn expression making her look almost like an entirely different person.
How did you find the courage to tell me this? You're not worried that I'll be one of those people too? I am worried. Part of me really hates myself for doing this. But another part of me, I think, just felt like it would be different this time. Whenever we talk about what the club is supposed to mean, I kept feeling like it was right for me to do. Especially after you've been trying so hard to express yourself too. It just made me feel like I could say it in confidence, and our friendship doesn't have to change. It's so silly. The club is only 2 people, but it already means this much to me.
Monica feels a tightening sensation in her heart, a feeling of connection as Sayori's emotions radiate between them.
Me too. I was so lost until you showed up. You're so brave, Sayori. You're so strong and brave. I don't even compare.
Monica steps forward.
But, if nothing else, I can at least offer you some hug energy, if you like.
Wordlessly and without a smile, Sayori rests her forehead on Monica's shoulder. Through their contact, Monica can almost feel the torrent of thoughts swimming in Sayori's head. And in this moment, enhanced by the air of the club, Monica realizes that of all the days that have passed, this is the one where she really hopes that nobody new walks through the door. She speaks softly.
You're like the sweetest girl I've ever met. You can say anything. I'll never judge you. I promise.
Sayori's breath begins to quiver. She takes several deep breaths, trying as hard as she can to start speaking, to say the things she never once dared to say out loud. Finally, she speaks in a choked voice.
I'm so worthless. I'm worthless, and everyone would be better off without me.
She suppresses a sob as a tear falls from her cheek.
I'm just an inconvenience to everyone. I'm not good at anything, and it just feels like everyone just wants to put up with me, and I hate it. I hate it.
The more Sayori speaks, the more she fails to control her voice, falling victim to the overwhelming sadness clutching at her throat and chest.
I don't want to have these thoughts. I just want them to go away. And now I'm making you put up with me, and I just want to die.
As soon as Sayori loses her composure, Monica becomes determined to keep her own. She only wants to be what Sayori needs right now, so she won't let any sadness show. Her voice comes through as soft and gentle.
This isn't putting up with you. It's just being your friend.
Monica offers a few words of comfort, but she knows, Sayori said it herself, that the thoughts Sayori experiences are ones that don't belong, and Monica can't magically make them go away. The most she can do is help Sayori battle them, like any good friend would do.
You have so much value to me and your other friends too. This club wouldn't have been the same without you. I really mean that. Your coming here was the best thing that could have ever happened. Even if we never got any other members, I would still be happy. That's what you brought here. You brought us a vision. And you also brought happiness. And that's your favorite thing to do, right?
Sayori doesn't respond, but Monica feels her gently nod. No more words are needed between them. The two share their embrace for a while longer, Monica letting Sayori take as much time as she needs. Once her breathing steadies and her sniffles fully cease, Sayori lifts her head and wipes her eyes.
I guess I needed that. Some days are harder than others. Well, I'm here whenever you need me. But any other time, I'll make sure that things are the way they usually are. If that's what makes you happy. Thanks. You're the best. No, you are.
The two exchange smiles.
You know, I'm sorry to bring this up all of a sudden, but have you considered talking to a professional?
Sayori nods.
It's scary. Since it's already so hard to tell people. Yeah. Well, of course it will always be your choice. If you're ever looking to find the courage for it, I can do my best to help you. Thanks. I think it helps knowing that you would.
Sayori suddenly yawns and stretches.
Wow, that made me tired and hungry. Well, I won't make you do any work today if you're not up for it. No, I want to. I mean, I can say that it's definitely one thing that makes me happy.
Monica smiles.
But I might want to get a snack first.
All of a sudden, the sound of the door causes the two of them to turn their heads. The door opens halfway, then stops. A face peeks inside. A face that seems familiar. Oh, well, that was part 1 and 2 of Trust. Okay, so next is part 1 of understanding. Yes. Which continue. Alright, awesome, awesome. The club meeting is suddenly interrupted by the sound of the door, causing Monika and Sayori to turn their heads. The door opens halfway, then stops. A face peeks inside. A face that seems familiar. Sayori's eyes widen, recognizing the girl. She's very conspicuously mouths to Monika.
It's her! It's the girl!
It's true. The girl standing in the doorway is none other than the girl Sayori had come across reading alone in the classroom. Thanks to Monika leaving a flyer on her desk, it seems she found her way to the club.
Are you here for the literature club by any chance? Am I in the wrong place? No, you're not. This is the literature club. Please, come inside.
The girl fully steps in the door, but continues standing against the wall, avoiding eye contact. Sayori continues to fail containing her excitement.
It's happening. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for coming. Sorry, it's a little empty. I'm Monika, and this is Sayori, and we run the literature club. Even though it's just us so far. But what's your name, by the way? I'd like to join your club. Already? Wait, really? Are you sure? I mean, I should be good enough. Everyone is welcome here. You don't have to be good enough. Oh. Do you want to have a seat? We'd love to get to know you.
The girl nods, sliding over to a nearby desk and gently sitting down.
So, what's your name? Yuri. I'm Sayori, and this is Monika.
Sayori, Monika's already introduced you and herself.
Sayori, nice to meet you. Do you like fantasy? Like books?
Yuri looks at Monika.
The fantasy is cool. Yes. Have you heard of Annabelle Dupont? I can't say I have. Oh, well, she's my favorite author. I'm on her 5th book, and it's just...
Yuri grins and presses her knuckles against her cheeks in joy.
You can borrow my books, I wouldn't mind. You're really in for an incredible experience.
Monika stammers, caught completely off guard by Yuri taking control of this conversation. She glances sideways at Sayori, silently asking for help.
I'd love to! It sounds like you're really into them, so they must be great! I am so happy I found this club. Oh, I'm so stupid. I left all my other books in my locker. I should have brought them.
Yuri quickly stands up.
I'll be right back. I'll go get them for you. You probably only need to bring one for now.
Sayori nervously says that, noting to herself the considerable heftiness of the book that Yuri set down on her desk.
True. Okay, I'll go get the first one then.
Yuri exits the club room in a flash. Yuri looks so calm. Yeah, she does. This is a complete 180 compared to the main game. Seriously, like, she was very shy and quiet and reclusive. I mean, yeah, at first she's shy and reclusive, but after, Monika said, she likes fantasy because Sayori kind of missed the point. Yuri exits the club room in a flash, leaving Monika and Sayori silently exchanging glances.
Oh my god, I wasn't prepared for this. How do I handle someone so intense? I have, no experience with fantasy, except maybe stuff that I read when I was a kid. But that's probably like a joke compared to what she's into. I'm sure it'll be fine. In fact, I think it's neat that we have different people who are into different kinds of literature. It'll be fun to learn from each other. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree, but what if this is her only interest Does it kind of seem like that? Monica, don't you think you should be more optimistic? We have a new club member! There shouldn't be room for anything but being happy. I'm excited to get to know her more, aren't you? Yeah? I guess you're right. Sorry for being so hasty. I just got really anxious all of a sudden. It's because you're afraid of not being able to take the lead. What the heck? It's kind of scary how you can point things out like that, Sayori. I just like learning what makes people happy or sad. Yeah. Hey, you know what? You'd probably be great at helping Yuri feel comfortable here. Maybe you could take a break from helping me with the administrative stuff and just focus on spending time with her. Yay! That's exactly what I want to do! Besides, Sayori lowers her voice, I'm probably going to need all the time I can get. She taps her finger against the daunty, chunky book Yuri left sitting on the desk. Right afterwards, the door opens to reveal Yuri's return. I'm back. Her breath is slightly heavy, which, combined with her short time gone, indicates that she may have ran at least part of the way. She makes her way back over to Sayori and sets the book down on her desk. Just as Sayori feared, the book Yuri brought for her is just about equal in size to the one already on Yuri's desk. It's a thick book! Well, there are probably a few things you should know before getting started on it. There are some things that are more explained in other books that take place in the same universe, so going over those would be good to keep you from getting confused at the start. Sayori nervously interjects. Well, I was thinking maybe today we could just get to know each other a little bit more. You know, I think like, if we're going to be reading together, then I would like that. From across the room, Monica smiles and nods at Sayori while Yuri isn't looking. Okay, so Monica's standing somewhere. Both hands up, thumbs up, smiling and nodding. You know, Sayori kind of did the same thing to me once. Very helpful. Oh, okay. Yuri sits down, then looks at her book, then glances around the room, showing no indication that she has anything more to add. So, what made you decide you wanted to join the club? Well, I like reading, so I was immediately interested. I had no idea that someone was starting a literature club. But that's my fault, since I haven't been paying attention to any of the club recruitment advertisements. I only found out because Yuri glances over at Monica. Monica came into my classroom and put the flyer on my desk. Suddenly, Yuri's face darkens and she shakes her head at herself. I was so stupid. I got too nervous and couldn't even look up. So, she just walked out. It took me several days just to come here because I was afraid that Monica told everyone how inconsiderate I was. But I decided that was probably irrational. Wait. No, that was totally my fault. I felt so bad about interrupting you that I just, walked out. I was actually really hoping that you would come by. Yuri exhales in relief. I always seem to interpret things as the worst possible scenario. Well, I was really nervous to come here for some other reasons too. Such as there being too many people. Not that I mind that much, but I have a really hard time having to meet a large number of new people at once. So, it's actually amazing that it's just the two of you. I definitely came at the right time. Aw, that makes me happy! I'm proud of you working up the courage to come. Yuri smiles warmly to herself. I've never really had the privilege of sharing my interests with others before. It's so hard to find others who are into the same things I am, except online. So I thought the literature club would provide a chance for me to do that. What kind of other things are you into? Like, genres? I don't know, just anything, even if it's not literature. Oh, just things you would think are dumb. Sayori pauses, a look of concern on her face. How about I'll tell you about something I'm into, and then you can tell me about something you're into. You know, like in that movie, Prick Quote Quote.
I suppose that would be okay.
Okay, well, I'm pretty into like crafty things, like making cute little collages or decorating things like cards or jewelry boxes. My room's always cluttered with random stuff because I keep buying things to make gifts for my friends, but then I put it off till the last minute. So yeah, that's something kind of silly that I'm into.
You sound quite creative.
Not that much, it's just that you'd be surprised by how much you can do with scissors and glue and stuff.
So, I have to share something that I'm into now, right?
Sayori nods.
Well, I guess I'm into nature.
I love nature! Monica, I'm gonna start a nature club.
No, you're not. You're stuck here with me now.
Am not.
Oh, yeah? Well, I hereby appoint you as vice president of the literature club. There, now you're stuck with me.
Hey, don't give me responsibilities. Oh, I'm sorry, Yuri. I interrupted you. Go ahead.
It's fine. Yuri pauses, feeling awkward after having gotten cut off. Oh boy. I like going out into the woods or to the park. Just places where you can walk or sit and not have any people around. It's peaceful. Just nice to kind of remove myself from everything that matters and let my racing mind operate anonymously for a while.
When do you like to do that?
It just depends on my mood. After school, on the weekends, whenever I feel like I need it.
Wow. I feel like I would never have the time to do something like that.
I find that if we have a lot more time than we think we do, if you don't let it slip through your fingers. The three continue their conversation, led primarily by Sayori, but with Monica chiming in every now and then as well. Monica had intended to leave it to Sayori and focus on her own work, but she found it difficult not to join in. Before they knew it, the end of the day was upon them once more. Oh, it looks like we should be wrapping up for today. So, are you two going to be starting on that book the next club meeting?
That's the plan.
I'm so excited. Sayori beams. Yuri collects her things. Once packed, Yuri wordlessly waves to Sayori and Monica with a gentle smile.
Bye!
As Yuri exits, Sayori enthusiastically returns her farewell. Once again, Sayori and Monica are left in the clubroom. Sayori, you are a lifesaver.
I didn't do anything. I just talked.
Still.
Besides, it really lifted my mood. It feels really nice when I can put my energy toward other people like that. She was really excited to be included, you know? It made me happy.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that she'll have a great time here, with you engaging her. How are you feeling about starting the book with her next meeting?
I'm kind of scared, but I think she'll be happy as long as I'm trying my best.
I think you'll do great. After the surprise of a new club member, it seems like everyone has their spirits lifted with something new to look forward to. Transition. Another school day ends. Swallowing her anxiety, Yuri makes her way to the clubroom, expecting to be the last one to arrive. As she opens the door, she's surprised to find only Sayori in the clubroom.
It's club time again! Monica went to the computer lab, so it's just us today. Is that okay?
Yuri silently nods, unable to make eye contact. I'm sorry about yesterday. I love how Sayori is so positive. Same. I do too. I love her positivity. Sayori tilts her head, unsure exactly what Yuri is talking about. Well, I mean, the way I got overly excited to share my books, and how you had to stop me so we could talk first. It was so inconsiderate of me.
I got too excited and forgot to think about everyone else in the club. So...
Yuri, you didn't do anything wrong. I thought it was cute how excited you were.
Well, Sue, I think I changed my mind about the book. We don't have to read it.
Huh? Why?
Because I know that you were just humoring me anyway. In retrospect, it's rather obvious that nobody was truly interested.
But if you like it so much, then it must be worth sharing.
I've already decided I'll join the club, so you don't have to try so hard to entice me.
That's not what I was doing.
A moment of uncomfortable silence stretches between the two of them.
Well, the thing is, we don't even have any club activities yet. I mean, Monica and I have just been working on recruitment stuff, mostly. So it just sounded like something fun that we could do together, reading your books. You know, like, as a club activity. That would be okay, right?
Why am I being so resistant to this anyway? It's exactly what I wanted in the first place, and you're being so nice about it. I really don't know what's wrong with me. I'm sorry for being like this.
You don't have to apologize. Just tell me if there's anything I can do to help you feel more comfortable here.
Sayori pulls her desk up against Yuri's and sits next to her. The book in question is already on Yuri's desk. Peering over, Sayori reads the cover of the book.
Dusk Bell, Part 1 of the Everlast Saga. It's Dusk Bell by Annabelle.
I friggin' love you.
Sorry, I'm ready now.
Right, I should probably get some paper.
Yuri grabs a spiral notebook of hers and tears out a few sheets of paper.
Wait, how come you need paper?
Oh, it's useful to draw things out sometimes, like maps, timelines, family trees, or just taking notes.
Notes? Yes, that's an effective strategy.
Exactly. I'm sure it would be especially helpful for someone new to the genre.
Sayori's joke flew completely over Yuri's head. Fair warning, she's a walking thesaurus. It goes over her head.
Nothing goes over my head. I am too fast. My reflexes will make me catch it.
Oh man, that's like my favorite part from Guardians of the Galaxy. But thinking about it, she decided that it's probably for the best that it did.
Well, I'm not used to having company through this, but I'll try to make it as accessible as possible.
I trust you. You're like super smart.
Oh, please.
Yuri tries to dismiss the compliment, but she can't hide her smile and light blush.
You can't generalize intelligence. I'm only smart in the things I have a lot of experience with. Contrarily, I'm more for anything involving real people. That should be evident enough from the 2 days I've spent here so far.
I make Yuri sound like Winnie.
Oh, bother. Ooh, I wonder where all the honey is.
I mean, I tried to figure out a voice, and that's about the only one I could think of that seems to fit. And no one's said anything so far, so I guess everyone likes it. You know, Oscar, as soon as you said that, now I can't get it out of my head. Now every time I read these lines for Yuri, I'm going to see Winnie the Pooh. It really does fit? Okay, that's awesome. Cool.
So in my eyes, it's everyone else who comes off as smart. Especially you.
No.
Sayori rubs her shoulder against Yuri's.
You're such a sweetheart when you're not being shy.
You are such a bubbly person. I love it.
Anyway, would you like to get started?
Okay.
After the minor diversion between them, the two get back on track with their planned club activity. Yuri begins to guide Sayori through the basics of the fantasy world her story takes place in. The more of it she details, the races, the factions, the history, elements of magic, the more questions Sayori seems to have. But despite Sayori's expectations, Yuri eloquently guides her through it in a way such that it's fun to follow along. It becomes evident that the world-building aspect of the story, not just the story itself, is one that Yuri finds her passion learning towards.
How do people come up with this stuff? It's like the exact opposite of the kind of writing that I do.
What kind of writing?
Oh, like poetry and stuff like that. The things I write are like just putting down the feelings that come into my head, you know? But this is like, there must be so much planning and hard work.
You're into poetry? I think there's an appendix that includes some of the kingdom's written works, like poetry and folk songs.
No way!
Yuri giggles, filling Sayori's heart with happiness when she realizes it's the first time she's heard Yuri laugh. It means Yuri must be having fun.
Anyway, I think we can get started reading now, if you're ready.
Okay, but I can't read very fast.
Oh, that's fine. I'm very patient. Patience is something I pride myself in.
I see.
Sayori jots Yuri is patient into her notes.
Hey, that's for the book.
I'm just kidding. But I'm kind of glad you're patient, because I need that sometimes. A lot of times.
Sayori flips. Damn, I couldn't. I love you. I love you so much. Oh my god, I love Sayori. She's the best. I love her. Sayori flips through the first few pages of the book, getting past the table of contents.
Okay, chapter 1.
The room becomes silent as the two of them begin to read. But the silence only lasts for a moment before Sayori speaks up again.
What does vindicated mean?
Well, in this context, it essentially means that the person was proven innocent.
It's okay to ask questions, right?
Of course.
Sayori turns the page.
Are these footnotes?
A lot of dialogue has cultural references that require explanation to be understood.
The two continue reading. Yuri's relaxed expression remains unchanged. Meanwhile, Sayori's expression grows tense as she tries to make her way through the dense text. Up until now, her expression had been reversed, with Sayori easily navigating social situations and Yuri struggling in them. But the tables have turned.
Wait, are they talking about the past right now or the present?
Where?
Right here.
They're talking about the past. These paragraphs are describing a flashback that Barnes is having.
But they didn't tell me that.
It's implied from the context.
Sayori rubs her temples. Temples! The two of them continue with Sayori asking fewer questions. She begins to understand the value in the notes as she finds herself referring to them somewhat often and even adding to them. But her reduction in questions come not from her getting used to the reading, but rather from her fearing that she'll come across as stupid. At last, Sayori reaches the end of the chapter.
I think we can stop here for now.
Okay.
Sayori takes a deep breath. Huh? Should be reading. It says she keeps asking questions. Yeah. Sayori takes a deep breath and closes what little of the book she's gotten through so far.
So, what are your thoughts up to this point?
Sayori tries to find words.
Am I doing well so far?
I'm not sure I understand.
Well, I don't know. When it takes me so long to read and understand things, it makes me feel really dumb. But I really like how into it you get. It makes me want to keep going and keep doing my best, so I can see it the way you do.
The relaxation in Yuri's expression fades.
I see.
Yuri quietly gathers her things.
We can continue tomorrow, right?
Yuri pauses and shakes her head.
We can do something else tomorrow.
But,
I'm sorry.
wait, sorry for what? I don't understand.
I'm sorry. I don't want to do this anymore. That's all. I'm sorry that I made you.
Yuri leaves.
You weren't making me.
Sayori is left alone with her words.
How did this happen? We were having fun just a second ago. It's my fault. I said something stupid and hurt her. I should have just told her that I enjoyed it. Monica trusted me with this. It's the only thing I'm good at, and I still messed it up. What if she doesn't want to come back?
Drowning in guilt, Sayori stares blankly at her desk, spread with notes. The book sits next to them.
Right. If she wasn't coming back, then she wouldn't have left the book here, right? Unless she forgot to take it with her. This is horrible! Was it really because she thought I was enjoying our time together?
Poor Yuri.
Or maybe she wasn't enjoying our time together because I'm not good enough? I probably let her down so much I'm having trouble following along. Yeah. I'm sure if I was smarter, she would be having so much more fun. I need to do better for her.
Okay, that was part 1. Onward to part 2! We're getting through these pretty well. For the first time, Sayori is the first to enter the club room. Anxiety courses through her relentlessly. Will Yuri show up today? Sitting at a desk, she stamps her feet in an attempt to calm down.
Why am I letting this affect me so much? I'm doing everything I can to make Yuri happy. But my best wasn't good enough. But it was still my best! But I'm letting everyone down. I'm always just a disappointment.
Sayori continues to wrestle with herself, deprecating thoughts. Every tiny noise causes her to lift her head in anticipation of Yuri's arrival. Minutes pass and nobody enters the club room. Not Yuri or Monica.
Gosh, I'm so late. Why did I offer to help those other students with their work? I'm such a pushover sometimes. It's going to leave such a bad impression on new club members like Yuri if I'm not the first one there.
Monica rounds the corner, approaching the club room. As she does so,
Yuri?
Yuri jumps at the sound of Monica's voice. She's sitting outside the club room against the wall next to the door. Embarrassed, she quickly closes the book she was reading and stands up.
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry I'm late. You didn't have to wait outside for me. The door to the club room is open. It's not.
Yuri stammers, unable to explain herself. She peers inside the club room through the window, then looks away.
Actually, I was wondering if I could help you today instead.
Huh?
Me?
With club publicity stuff?
Yes.
Monica is utterly confused. Why is Yuri asking this all of a sudden, when she was so eager to spend some time with Sayori before? Did they not get along, after all? Monica looks into the club room herself to see Sayori sitting alone inside.
Okay. It's kind of a simple job, but I'd be happy for you to tag along. Me too.
Monica is worried but she finds it difficult to insert herself into whatever conflict that may have arisen. It's a little ironic, she realizes, that she could be so conflict avoidant after having been in the debate club. Okay, let's take a walk together. I just have to make copies of this new flyer, then go around to the billboards and replace the old ones with the new ones. Yuri nods and the two set off. The two walk in silence. Without Sayori, Monica finds it quite difficult to strike up a conversation. So, how's everything been going?
Fine.
That's good. Neither of them follow up with anything more. Monica tenses up at this stinted conversation. How the heck does Sayori do it?
Sorry, I didn't see you yesterday. I went straight to the computer lab to work on the flyers. Sayori told me. What did you two end up doing yesterday? Just some reading. Oh, I'm glad. It's really starting to feel more like a literature club now. Yeah. It's kind of funny. I felt so intimidated at first when I heard about the kind of reading you were into. But you know, it's kind of stupid to me because I'm just intimidated by things I'm not good at. And it's silly to assume that everyone who comes to the club will just have the same interests as me. But it's so cool that you were able to get Sayori into it. It's like the club is working. I'm really happy about that. She's not into it. Huh? She's not into it. And I'm stupid for forcing it onto her.
I can't read right now. Yuri falls silent again,
As if she started her thought but can't figure out how to continue it. Did something happen?
Yuri sighs.
No, it's just me.
Yuri pauses.
I'm thinking.
A moment passes in silence. Then Yuri shakes her head.
I shouldn't be complaining to you all of a sudden. Don't be silly. I don't think you're complaining. I just want to make sure you feel welcome. If it's important to that, then you can tell me anything. Well, I do feel welcome. Too welcome, I guess. It's not an issue with the club. It's just an issue with me. So I feel wrong to inconvenience you with it. Ah.
Monica pauses and thinks.
Well, what if we put it this way? It's my job as president to understand the needs of the club members, right? We're going to have all kinds of people join this club. Hopefully, anyway. And learning about the diverse needs and interests of everyone will help me come up with club activities that everyone can be happy with. Not everyone can be happy with? Not just only some people? Of course! I need to be looking out for everyone. Otherwise, what kind of club would it be? I see.
Yuri looks a little more relaxed. It signals to Monica that switching from a sympathetic approach to a pragmatic one was a good choice. Each individual truly does have their own needs.
Okay.
Yuri takes a deep breath.
I'm a really weird and awkward person. I've accepted that about myself. I just don't know how to, I guess, connect with other people. How is it so easy for everyone else? How do you just make conversation about any arbitrary topic? I can talk for hours about the things that I'm into. Unfortunately, so much that I don't know when to stop. But for anything else, I just have no idea what to say. So, I understand that about myself. I'm just not good with people. I can't help it. So it feels like whenever I'm confronted with a new social situation, I'm either ignored or made fun of or taken pity on. And Sayori falls into that third category. What? Hold on. You're saying that Sayori is taking pity on you?
Yuri nods.
I just want to be treated like a normal person. If you don't like me or you don't connect with my interests, then just tell me. I can accept that and move on. Sayori is too nice to me. I'm so stupid for not realizing it. I'm so stupid for not realizing that she would just go along with whatever I pushed onto her. Nobody deserves to put themselves to that kind of discomfort just because because they pity some weirdo who doesn't know how to make friends. It's the worst feeling. I hate it.
Yuri's sharp words cut through the tense air. Somewhere in the middle of the conversation, the two stopped short in the hallway, prioritizing the conversation over their original task. Monica looks at Yuri. Yuri only looks down with her fists clenched. I think you should tell her that.
I could never say that to someone's face. It's pathetic.
Sayori is different. Making people happy is the most important thing to her. I'm sure that's all she's trying to do. So, if you're able to explain to her what makes you happy, then she'll do anything to make it happen.
That's the problem. What kind of friendship has one person always trying to cater to the other person's weird needs? I'm sorry. I'm making myself sound so...
No. I think I'm starting to understand. Monica hesitates to finish her thought out loud. It's something that Sayori would be able to say better. Sayori is someone who will give anyone however much kindness they need in order to smile. But Yuri, who has difficulty accepting kindness, must be driving Sayori to be even more assertive in her kindness, further exacerbating the matter. Neither person is to blame, but it's an issue that can't be resolved without them understanding each other better. Sayori wants to be your friend. I promise that. It's okay for different people to have different needs. I mean, Sayori, she has her own needs too. But good friends work together and can be what they need for each other. You just have to have good communication and talk about it.
I don't have good communication.
Yuri stops and shakes her head.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. My head is just... is so resistant to everything. I'm pushing such a kind person away from me because of it.
Yuri pauses to think.
I'm so tired of this cycle I'm creating for myself. I think I'm so afraid of people pushing me away that I just push them away first. How thoughtless and immature of me.
Yuri takes a deep breath and exhales.
I didn't mean for this to turn into a whole venting session. But I understand now that I just need to communicate with her.
You're totally fine. It's for the club, remember? You're just helping make the club a better place for everyone.
Yeah.
Yuri falls silent again. She looks like she wants to say something.
This kind of critical thinking is something that I'm really bad at. You know, about people. So, thank you.
Anytime. Yes, Yuri overthinks a lot. Like a lot. She just, don't need to overthink, and what would be the best way to put it? Go with the flow and not overthink it? Would that be the best way to put it, or is there a better way to put it? Because that's the first thing that comes to my mind, is just I don't overthink and just go with the flow. Monica smiles at Yuri. For a moment, Yuri finds it in herself to meet Monica's gaze, returning a shy smile of her own. Yeah? Okay, then yeah, that's the best way to put it. Don't overthink, go with the flow. Yuri and Monica finished replacing the old flyers with the new ones. More accurately, Monica mostly did the work while Yuri followed along. But as the club room once again draws near, so does Yuri's confrontation.
I can't do this.
Yes, you can. It'll be great. Yuri sighs and shakes her head.
I'm never going to feel confident enough. I just have to do it. If I don't do it now, I never will.
Yuri starts toward the door, but then turns to face Monica.
You're not just going to wait outside, are you?
I can take a walk. Want me to get you a coffee or something?
Actually, I prefer tea. I like to make my own though, so please don't worry about it. Although I suppose that's one downside of reading here in the club rather than at home. I don't get to drink tea while reading. Sorry, I guess that has nothing to do with this. You know, now that you mention it, I bet we could get permission to keep stuff for tea in the club room. You can use like an electric kettle to heat up water, right? Would that really be possible? I'll look into it. I think it would be great.
Yuri smiles and nods at the thought.
Well, I'll be back in a bit. Good luck.
Monica waves at Yuri, then turns around and departs down the hallway as Yuri's smile fades once more. A moment of daydreaming about tea is enough to save her from the anxiety of the task that lies before her. But it must be done. Taking one more deep breath, Yuri timidly opens the club room door.
Yuri! Well, wait, hold on, I'm not done yet!
Sayori shovels a bunch of papers around. Yuri stammers her words suddenly caught in her throat. At the moment, she realizes how Sayori has been spending her afternoon.
I wasn't expecting you to come today. I was really hoping to make it all the way through the next chapter first. But I got most of the way through it. And look!
Sayori holds up a sheet of paper. It's a page of notes, beautifully produced with indentations, categories, and even color coding. As Yuri sees it, her expression shifts from anxiety to despair.
I was afraid you were getting disappointed in me, so I've been trying really hard.
Stop.
Yuri presses her fist against her forehead.
Please, stop. I can't take this.
Yuri?
Sayori's voice quivers in shock after having received the exact opposite response she was expecting.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Sayori looks away in guilt.
Did I do something wrong? I don't understand, so if I did something wrong, please tell me.
Yuri shakes her head.
No, it's me. I keep putting myself in these situations where people are afraid to treat me normally. If you don't like this kind of reading, it's okay. Please, just tell me. I don't need to be treated differently just because I'm weird.
But I don't treat you differently. I just want my friends to be happy. So I thought that if we did something together that you really like...
I don't want your pity.
Oh! Wee woo woo wee!
Why did I do that?
Yuri sinks to her knees. Her voice squeaks.
I'm sorry.
Tears of guilt. Damn it! Now I hear the Winnie the Pooh coming out. Tears of guilt and self-loathing begin to stream down her face. This isn't how it's supposed to go. Why is it so hard just to articulate your thoughts? Why do you end up pushing everyone away from you? Yuri's mind pounds with internal accusations as she shuts her eyes, unable to face Sayori or the rest of the world. She should leave, just escape from here, before Monica sees her like this. And before Sayori tells Monica what she did. But before Yuri can put any strength into her legs, she feels a warm pair of arms wrap gently around her from behind.
It's okay.
Sayori whispers in a soothing voice.
It's okay. It's okay.
Overcome by despair, Yuri finds herself unable to protest or pull away from Sayori's kind gesture. Yuri sniffles, breathing heavily through a clenched throat, trying with all her willpower to control herself.
I understand. I understand that the things you're feeling in your head are different from the things that you're trying to say. I know that must be what you're feeling right now. I promise I understand that. So I'll give you as much time as you need. When you're ready, just tell me your feelings, and we'll talk about them together. Okay?
Yuri sniffles again and nods her head. She gives herself a minute to compose her thoughts, then speaks while steadying her voice.
I think that I've gotten so used to people being weirded out by me that it feels like anyone who's nice to me is just doing it out of pity. I'm so horrible with people. So it makes me not want to believe that someone can actually like me for who I am.
Yuri pauses, but Sayori doesn't interrupt. Rather, she waits for Yuri to continue.
I got so excited when I joined the literature club. I thought that it was finally my chance to make friends through my interests. Because my interests are only things I know how to talk about. It's all I have going for me. But then, whenever I catch myself getting overly obsessed in front of other people, it feels like I'm making a fool of myself. I hate myself for it. Ultimately, I just want to be treated like a normal person. But how am I supposed to expect that when I can't behave like one? I just want to learn how to get along with people and stop ruining things for myself. That's all.
Yuri finishes her thoughts, feeling more steady after having gotten them out. Sayori, who can feel Yuri's breath rise and fall from beneath her arms, realizes that as well.
Thank you for helping me understand you a little bit better. You know, you were so great at helping me while we were reading. So I'll help you with the things that you need to.
But I feel like it would just be frustrating for you with how much patience I require sometimes.
That sounds kind of familiar. I couldn't stop worrying about that while we were reading. I was so afraid you would get frustrated with me.
But I would never do that. I did my best to reassure you by mentioning how I have a lot of patience.
Yeah, I know. But my irrational fears just won't be quiet sometimes. I'm sure it's the same for you, right?
Yeah. Irrational fears.
Well, you know, there's no way that you could frustrate me, because I already like you as the person that you are. I know you said you have a hard time believing that, but I promise that it's true. You don't have to be a social person for people to like you. I think you're really considerate in your own way, you know? Worrying so much about people's feelings. We're all kind of weird. It's a literature club. But it's the best part that we're all different and have different interests. Like, about the book. I'm reading it because I want to. I promise. That's what I really want. It's a bit of a struggle, but try not to mistake that for me not enjoying it. I mean, we could never discuss new things if we didn't try them first, right? I want to learn the reasons that you love it so much. And in the end, if it's not for me, then I can say that. But I'll be glad that I tried it and learned more about you. Plus, you're like super duper smart. And I want that to rub off on me.
Yuri fights back a smile at that comment. Already the heavy atmosphere surrounding her seems to have evaporated through the caress of Sayori's arms.
Your hair is so pretty. I always wanted long hair, but I was always awful at taking care of it, so I cut it all off.
Yuri's tension relaxes. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you get some sleep. It's 5 a.m. in the morning for you. Yeah, you get you some sleep, Oscar. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed it, and whenever you get the chance, you know, you can watch some more of it. And I hope you enjoy whatever I get through on the stream. All right, bye-bye. Bye, Oscar. For once, she feels okay, just listening, rather than worrying so much about saying
the right thing. Sayori, sensing Yuri's comfort, lets her rest. It must be so difficult for her to feel relaxed around other people. But if the literature club can make it happen, then it's something that she deserves to experience. Well then, based on my understanding of your feelings, I suppose I wouldn't mind if we were to continue reading.
That's what I wanted to hear.
But we can stop at any time. If you truly don't like it, please be honest about it. I won't be offended.
Of course. I'm not going to judge anything this early on, though. So, we'll just see what happens.
Oh, and... It's not good to touch people without their consent first.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable.
Oh, you didn't? I mean, I suppose it was kind of nice. I was just saying.
I'm back. Monika's back. I haven't seen you in at all recently.
Sayori trots over to Monika.
Ah,
She whispers loudly.
can I hug you?
Sure, Sayori.
Sayori wraps her arms around Monika.
Oh yeah, Yuri, it might be good to know Sayori can be kind of a hug monster.
Hey, don't call me a monster. Artemis is a monster. If he inherits the kingdom, it could spell disaster.
Yuri laughs. Monika perplexedly looks between the two of them, then smiles.
Well, I'm glad you've been enjoying your reading so far. It's like our first real activity as the literature club. About that. Well, you've been so patient with exploring my interests. I think that it would be inconsiderate of me not to return the favor to you and learn about the things that you like.
Yes. Do you like poetry?
Yuri smiles. Awesome. Awesome. That is all the side stories that I have unlocked thus far. So, let's see how far we can get into the main story. This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed.
Doki Doki.
This is day one. It's time to write a poem. Okay. We're going for Natsuki! Bouncy! Poof! Milk! Papa! Bunny! Email! Fluffy! Pink! Candy! Lollipop! Sugar! Jump! Chocolate! Laugh! Games! Cute! Flower! Meh. Bubbles! Marshmallow! Dance! Rap. Well, that's 3 on Sayori, so most of it's for Natsuki. Okay, we can skip. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there?
Freaking Monica! She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just going to mess it up?
Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf.
Manga. You read manga, right? Ah.
Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyway?
I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face.
What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull out the stack.
There it is!
Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest.
Much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world.
I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box she's admiring. Parfait Girls. It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible.
If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on that door.
She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything.
It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Baka. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact,
Natsuki pulls out the first volume of the Parfait Girls from the box.
I'm going to show you exactly why.
She shoves the book right into my hands.
Ah!
I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly mo.
Don't just stand there.
What? Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the window sills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat.
Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the exact same time like that.
Eh? Why is that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this.
Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it.
Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's particularly a bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am.
Wow. How long has it been since I read the beginning?
You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then?
Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention?
I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kinda grew out of these, since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be plot?
Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like, when they get into all their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen, that's really what makes it so good. There are so many touching parts.
Ah, is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you.
Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean?
What? Natsuki gives me a shove. I just meant that I haven't yet seen you at your full power.
Good save.
This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess. but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment, as if she doesn't want to admit something.
Yeah. Why does that matter?
It doesn't. I'm just curious. Since you enjoy baking too. Right.
That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got into this manga. Like, I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that's impressionable.
Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. And still, of all the hobbies to pick from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention she's really good at it. So who am I to judge? We read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple of chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you?
It's not.
Even though you're just watching me read?
Well, I'm fine with that.
If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't?
That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know.
What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends?
Could you not rub it in? Jeez.
Sorry.
Like, I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet. Makes me want to punch them in the face.
Ugh, I know those kind of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Wait, which part?
I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. Ugh, I just can't win, can I?
Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it.
Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems.
Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself. Right?
So... Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what?
Yeah. I flipped the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing.
I totally forgot that happens.
Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels.
Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter.
Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience, the thought makes me smile a little to myself.
Okay, everyone!
Huh?
Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on. Could you timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though, you do look pretty cozy over there.
Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hesitantly slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki.
You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens?
Yeah, but... Monica just said...
Don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Eh? Is that really alright? I said that mostly because I really did plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish it if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bad, I'll kill you.
By tomorrow? I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose it's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then! I stand up. I return to where I put myself and carefully slip the book into my bag. Now we can skip. Okay, we're going to start with Monica. Skip, skippity skip.
I like it, Baka.
Really?
It's a lot cuter than I expected.
Oh, jeez.
No. It kind of makes me think of something that Suki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So, take that as a compliment.
If you say so.
Yep. There are a lot of poems or stories out there that are no more than a few simple words. They can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes, they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids. But if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody.
I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that?
Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be kind of your poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. Oh, I can skip now.
Okay, Sayori. Alright, skip. Yuri. Yuri stares at the poem.
I'm back. Oh no, Willie.
Ah, that sucks. I hate having lack of sleep or can't fall asleep. It sucks.
But welcome back.
Okay, we're good. A minute passes more than enough time for her to finish reading.
Oh, so sorry. I forgot to start speaking.
It's fine. Don't force yourself.
I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it.
So it's that bad?
No! If I just raise my voice. I'm so sorry.
Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying?
Right.
Okay, now we can skip.
It's nothing, really. But it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying.
I'm counting on you.
Natsuki!
Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all,
Natsuki rereads my poem.
never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion.
Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, I remember how I said I wanted to read your poems. That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said.
Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poems if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem, make me go, ha, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy.
So, in other words, you're saying you liked it.
Yeah.
Natsuki retorts, gets caught in her throat.
You're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important.
Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right?
Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't.
Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. So of course it's going to be Natsuki! Yuri? You're really talented.
Well,
But Natsuki has a point. I think that I rack my brain and attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with few words can be just as impressive as well. It lets the reader's imagination take over. And Natsuki's poem did a really good job of that.
Yeah. It did, didn't it? Haha. Shows how much you know.
that's not...
Natsuki, I think that's enough.
Huh? Me? But she was so mean to me.
Natsuki's voice whines. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing. And sharing it can definitely be hard. It looks like we learned that today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder. Sayori is nodding vigorously. Yep, there it is. I look over my shoulder. There's Sayori behind me. Both 2 thumbs up, smiling and nodding her head. Yeah. Thank you, Sayori. Thank you. Yes.
Big help, as always.
Yeah, so... You don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise.
Thanks for noticing.
She finally mutters that, barely audible. Yuri. Yuri looks at me dejectedly. I'm a dead man. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said, so you don't need to feel threatened either.
Well, if you say so.
Hey, it's not like you need to apologize for me, baka. Jeez.
Natsuki takes a breath.
The thing about...
Natsuki glances around the room.
Would everyone stop staring at me?
Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she boasted. Sayori and Monica look away.
Anyway, the thing about your boobs, I didn't mean it, okay? That's all.
Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anyone.
Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri.
Sayori...
I'll go make some tea.
Eh? I was just trying to help.
I'm sure she appreciated it, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Well... Can we skip? Nope. Well, now that we're past that, everyone's read each other's poems, right? I hope that it was worthwhile for everyone. Especially you, Baka. And to be honest, it's a nice change of pace from the lazing around we got a little used to. So my joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere. No, not at all. Not at all. There's still time before we go home.
so we'll all relax for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do literature-related things in the club room, so maybe you can take the chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for.
I disagree, Monica.
About what?
That's not the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun!
Of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayori. In the end, though, Monica's right. Being in the literature club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing. In the end, I guess it's been worth it so far. Okay, we can skip. Alright, I'm going to save. We're going to put this on page 2. Alright, so this is where I'm going to stop. Alright. Okay, so let me see here. Yes, I just saved. Okay. I unlocked the achievement by clicking no. That's awesome. But thank you all so much for joining me on this another good, amazing stream of Doki Doki Literature Club. The side stories with Sayori and Yuri, and just learning how these 4 characters got to meet each other and form what is the Doki Doki Literature Club is amazing, and it's just good storytelling. Just the side stories, really good storytelling. Love it, and I hope you all enjoyed it too. I don't know if I'll try to do more of it this weekend or not. I don't know. Right now I'm trying to see if I can get something rolling this weekend, maybe. If not, then it just depends if I have the time to or not. If not, we'll continue Doki Doki Literature Club Plus next week. But Friday is going to be a continuation of Resident Evil 4, so since it's going to be Friday, expect that stream to be much longer than this one, because it's Friday, and I don't have to work this weekend, so bonus. So look forward to that. And thank you all so much. Remember to like and subscribe. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys thought about this. And be sure to hit that notification bell. That way you'll know when my next live stream happens. And thank you all so much. I've been Game Trooper 1138. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.